producer is? A little review, because it's been, a week or so since we've done this. India, what's a producer?
A producer is a plant that only produces.
Like it makes its own food.
Like it makes its own food. Nice teamwork answering that question. An example would be like a plant. Okay? So we might not be able to collect plants today, but we can draw the different plants that we see. So where might we find them?
Meadow.
In the meadow?
Everywhere.
Nanashka, can you say that, what you just said to me? In the ground. Okay. So I'm going to write both those things. Meadow and near the ground. Consumer.
What do you mean by
I'll go over that. Guys, consumer, where might we find consumers? And I have a little challenge for you with the consumers today. Ahmed?
Maybe on the producers.
Maybe on or near the producers? Okay. Elijah?
in the middle also because that's like the last time we did it was always in the middle.
That's weird.
Okay. Oh, so Elijah.
Because you can find almost everything in the middle.
I like the connection Elijah made. Last time we were there, we found consumers in the meadow. Okay, so you have a connection.
And under the laws.
Everyone was interested.
Okay, could you please don't interrupt one person at a time? So he made a connection to the times we've been outside before.
Everyone was interested.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing everything is going to be in the middle because, like Ahmed said, the consumer's probably going to be on top of the producer, and the decomposer might come in and eat the consumer. Probably.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Ashley?
I think we should find them under the logs.
Okay. Consumers?
No, decomposers.
Oh, you're already on decomposers. Okay.
I said
Oh, yeah, because
under logs and soil. That's all later.
There's a log where it literally took out the half of the log, and there was like centipede and all that.
That's a really good spot. Manny, where else do you think we can find decomposers?
Where the under those logs they got here.
So we have under the log.
In the soil alone.
Okay. So Janelle, Vaneshka, thank you. They said so under logs, rocks, and in the soil.
Like soda.
So please write this down. So if you're having trouble finding a specific thing, you know where to look. You have 1 more minute to write this down. But I want you for consumers to label. Is it a first level consumer? That's the challenge. A second level consumer, a third level consumer.
I know the
have to, that's a challenge. My other question is, what's the first level consumer? What do we call first level consumers? What's the science word? Herbivore. What's the second level consumer called?
Carnivore.
Omnivore sports. Omnivore sports.
What happens if you don't know?
So, it's herbivore is the first level consumer because they eat only plants, right? What's the Spanish word for herbivore? For herb, or excuse me.
Herbs.
Ashley, do you know? Yeah, thank you. Say it. Okay. It goes herbivore is the first level consumer because they eat only plants. Omnivore eats plants and animals. They're the second level.
Carnivore.
And carnivore is the third level consumer because they eat meat. And what's the Spanish word for meat?
Oh, bird is the same.
I think it's spelled.
No.
Wait, how do you know?
Again, they have similar spellings, okay? Do you have to do that? No. But some of you who would like a challenge today,
Okay,
that's my challenge to you. Decomposers. What's a decomposer? Okay.
Disease.
Say the first thing you said to the class, Manny. It eats dead things, okay? What are some examples?
Vulture.
Come on.
Raise your hand. Tommy, what's an example? Ashley. Damage. Vulture. What else? What might we find in the upper classroom? I don't know if we're going to find any vultures today. Damage.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if we're going to find any maggots.
But that thing from that.
Naneshka. Well, is a dead leaf a decomposer or what a decomposer eats?
Oh, I know.
What it eats. What's an example of a decomposer we might find? India.
Oh my God.
Guys, I can't hear. I can't hear Miguel, Eliza. Angeli, what's an example of a decomposer? A worm. Okay? So, I want to introduce our tools. Any producers, consumers, or decomposers you find, you can collect in the buckets. All of the buckets have shovels. Shovels for digging.
Wait, I have a question.
Yep.
This
You can do that yourself.